G'day! We're an adventurous Aussie family who took the plunge, quite literally, and sold everything to chase a dream of life at sea. Since leaving Australia, we've covered some 30,000 nautical miles and have made it 2/3 of the way around the world. Join us as we share a raw, honest look at our life afloat. Whether we're navigating tricky passages, diving into turquoise waters, tackling boat repairs, or soaking in sunset anchorages, we aim to bring you along for every part of the journey, warts and all. Excelsior, onwards and upwards. 970 miles from Brazil, in the middle of the Atlantic, and this little swallow has just come inboard. Inside, chilling out, tweeting at us, having a little rest. We made sure Chewy was locked away in one of the cabins so the bird could safely rest before he flew off again. And we had some more fishy friends visit us.
Two big rainbow rabbits just following us. Riding the swell, but just hanging out beside the boat. Look at that! I hope you can see that on the camera. That is so cool. Yes. They're big fish. That one on the outside is about 1 metre long. We're on day 14 and we've got 340 nautical miles to go to Brazil. Well, Salvador anyway. It's been a tedious trip. It's been super comfortable, super beautiful, but oh man, the sail change and the wind shifts in light breeze have sort of made things a little tricky and exhausting. Another tuna. What is it?
That's a barracuda.
Kuta or Kuda?
Cuda.
Shit. It's a big one. Big barracuda. Oh, get it off, get rid of it. So we've just changed heading real quick. We could see this sort of scud of rain coming up behind us and we were half anticipating a wind shift. So we just changed course about 40 or 50 degrees to keep the wind in the spinnaker. Now the thing I like to watch closely after this is when you get rain like that, you can see that scud there, right? Quite often these things will, they kind of, how do I describe it? I'm not going to call it a microburst because these aren't severe enough for that, but basically what happens is as they're coming along, they dump all this wind at the bottom of them and it basically comes down and then goes out. And that's exactly what that one just did then. It just threw our wind about 60 or 70 degrees, which can be catastrophic for a spinnaker, you know. That's when you end up getting the champagne glass where the spinnaker will wrap around the head sail and whatnot. So it pays to watch these things. But I usually come up here onto the roof, onto the cockpit roof, to keep an eye on them. Because typically, just in front of those scuds, if you see a whole heap of white water, then you know you got a big wind coming. So we'll actually drop everything. Well, not everything, but I'll definitely drop the spinnaker and we'll just sit and wait for it to hit. It's not worth sort of guessing and thinking, oh, you know what, that's only going to be 20 or 30 knots, the head sail can do it. It's not worth it, not when you have to wait 15 minutes and just bob. So I'll drop the spinnaker and we'll just pack it away and we'll just sit here bare pole, no sails out at all. I'll wait for that storm to hit us or the squall to hit us, and then I'll make a judgment call on what sort of sail we put up. Typically the front, like as that wind first hits you, as the scud's coming, you get this enormous gust. Actually, usually you get a dead calm. It goes dead calm, and then bang, you get this big gust. Doesn't last for long, only a couple of minutes, and then once the rain sort of comes, it peters out and slows down. Usually, not always, but usually. So that's usually when we decide what sail we'll run with. Only once ever, and it's on this Atlantic crossing, have I ever left the spinnaker up when a scud came across, and we could see it coming with no wind at all. So it was actually really, really good because it's the first time our spinnakers had a good wash and got all the salt washed off it. But yeah, typically when I see something like that coming, we douse it. Especially in the Mozambique Channel, you would have seen, we could see it coming, and as we were dousing the spinnaker, water spouts were dropping out of the clouds. So that was pretty intense. But look, looking from behind here, that scud has just basically run along the back of the boat and just completely missed us and heading that way. So give it another 15 minutes and the wind will shift again back to the trade winds, I guess you could call it. This produce their own little local wind, where the wind can shift up to 90, 100, 180 degrees sometimes. It's crazy. But then once they go past, the wind will shift back out of the east, and we'll be back to normal sailing.
Rhodes got onto a marlin, but fortunately it spat the lure.
That was a big marlin, man. Yeah. Look at it, still jumping. Wow. Sorry about the wind. It's kind of unavoidable, but I just wanted to show you real quick what I was talking about before. When a scud comes across, you can see that water line. So looking out there right now, it's pretty calm, pretty sedate. You look at it, you can just see all the white caps building. So that's going to hit us with a bit of ferocity. Not too scary. Nothing out here is particularly scary in the Atlantic. It's all pretty benign so far. Should watch what I say. But you can just see it coming across. See that? Like it's almost like a white out there. Yeah, something to be aware of. We doused the spinny, got the head sail out, cleaned it off, all good to go. Everything's prepped. The whole boat, the whole cockpit now is closed up, ready for a bit of rain, and that's it. It's not really much of a storm. There's no lightning, there's no thunder, there's no catastrophic wind or anything in it. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you. This is the sort of stuff you need to sit and keep a lookout for, you know. Beautiful sunny day, and in 20 minutes that sort of snuck up on us from behind. So yeah.
Chewy certainly didn't notice any bad weather. That evening, before we could put the rods away, the boys got a triple hookup.
Yeah, this is a big water thing. Yeah. Oh. You need those pliers. Yeah.
Careful, bros.
Swim him, get some water back in his gills. Is he alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
Put him away. There you go. Triple fucking hookup. That's crazy. Wow.
Robbo said that she'd be hoping we got some fish today, so
yeah, thanks Robbo.
Maybe she's our lucky charm.
I reckon so. That was insane. Day 15, I think it is, day 15. That should be our second last day at sea, hopefully. All things going to plan. Weather-wise, last night we got a little bit of a touch-up, nothing serious. We had a couple of squalls come through, winds of about 35 knots. Didn't last long. Fairly typical. As sailors, you think you get away unscathed, and the ocean just dishes up one little spanking just before you get in. So
You wouldn't read about it, but our freezer compressor blew 2 days out from Salvador. Fortunately, our stores were getting pretty low, and we had a spare fridge in the cockpit.
So tonight's one of the rarities that I'm more than happy for the forecast to be wrong. Forecast was for some pretty nasty weather, storms, and you could see it on the charts that there was big storms around. No sooner did we get within 10 miles of them, they all just seemed to disappear, which was incredibly lucky. The night's not over yet, obviously it's still young and we've got a long way to go. We've still got 140 miles to go to Salvador, but yeah, looking ahead, all I can see is stars. So if it stays like that, we've been incredibly lucky. The wind's still really shifty tonight. It's the problem with it being dead on the tail. You know, it only takes 10 degrees and you've got to jibe, and then another 10-degree wind shift, you've got to jibe again. So it's really tricky when the wind is just right, perfectly on the tail. And fortunately, when you're out in the middle of the ocean, it doesn't matter. You can afford to sail, you know, 20 degrees off track for 2 or 3 days, and it doesn't really make a big difference. But when you get really close to land like this, you can't afford to deviate off track. Otherwise, you know, you can end up bloody miles away. Anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, nice clear night. There's plenty of traffic on the screen there. We're kind of going through the highway here. Of all the traffic, It basically comes down from, you know, the United States or Panama, comes down the east coast of South America here, and, you know, stops in Rio and goes all the way down to Chile and Argentina and Patagonia and all that. So yeah, I'm expecting a fair bit of traffic tonight. So Brody's on shift shortly, so he's going to be on his game. Charlie's just finished, and then Sarah and I will take the morning shifts. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, the big ships, they don't even talk to us. They'll just deviate slightly around a sailboat. They're pretty good like that. We've never really had a close call, apart from maybe once in Moreton Bay when we're back in Brisbane. But 9 times out of 10, the big guys, they just, it takes nothing for them to deviate 5 degrees, and they just go around us and keep going. So we don't expect it, but we appreciate it.
Again. 5 minutes later, it's all gone. Blue skies, winds dropped out again, and we've got this really uncomfortable sea state. Looks like nothing, but it's super uncomfortable. There's 2 swell lines, one hitting us beam on and one hitting us stern on. And it's just become a bit unbearable. Like,
I'm over it. I've had a gutful. I'm done. Let me off.
Stop this ride. I want to get off.
Fucking hell! It's just the wind starts and then it stops and then it shifts and then it stops and starts and it just.
And we're constantly jibing. And it's, yeah.
Fucking doing my head in.
At least we've just got the head sail out now. We don't have to contend with the spinnaker. The homeward stretch, it's always like the last day or 2 days is like, you're just counting it down, watching, and just, you know, it's like the watch kettle never boils. It honestly is. You just never seem to get there.
No. Drives you absolutely fucking bonkers sitting here. Especially when you're like, you know, you're ticking along at like 7 knots with a good breeze. Like, just then we got 20 knots out of that squall. We were flying. It was great. We were all happy. And then bang, it just stops and you just like, yeah. Drives you mad.
With no wind, there was nothing for it but to put on the iron topsail. Chewy was over it as well.
Pancake extraordinaire over here.
Totally.
Last day at sea pancakes, hey?
Yeah.
Excited?
Trying to get cool, buddy. It's very hot, isn't it? 34 degrees today. 60% humidity. Just about. Chillaxing.
What you making?
Focaccia pizza.
So great.
Pizza time.
We just finished that lovely focaccia that Sarah made and had a little sticky beak out the back. As you can see, we've got the spinnaker flying right now. Dun, dun, dun. That looks a little bit angry. So we're going to drop the spinning. We'll get rid of it early. We think we've got another tangle. And I have a feeling, I think I might know what is going on. Might. So when it's tangled like this though, it's bloody hard to get down. Brody and I are both going to have to pull the sock down. It's going to be a nightmare. So it's better that we do it now before that hits us. In minimal wind, it's a little bit easier to drop. But if we wait for that, we're going to get a flogging.
Crushed it.
Something very wrong with this sock, hey? Very wrong. I reckon I know what it is.
Oh, it's getting a bit ominous.
Yeah.
Stormy skies approach, so we've packed the spinnaker away, got the head sail out, It went from 10 knots to 30 knots, like that. So you can get caught with your pants down, that's for sure.
If we drive now, we're actually going to head this direction and it'll keep us away from it. I think that's all pushing up the side here. So I reckon I'm going to go on under the deck cleat, get the red one ready to go, and I'll come back and undo this and change heading, and you just go like shower shit. Get the handle in there. It's coming. It's going to come quite quick. Surf a wave, and that's just enough to shift you 30 degrees off the wind. Bang, she fucking drives on us. The problem is we've got 30 knots of breeze, but the sea state is so close together that it's pitching the boat up, and when she pitches, the wind catches and it runs, and it sort of almost rounds out. It shouldn't be, but it's rounding out. And that's what's causing that jibe. And every time that sail comes across and loads up,
it's so dangerous.
It's dangerous, but it just, the noise and the sheer force on the forestay.
Surefire way to rip your sail.
Yeah, it's a shock force. You don't want that shit. No. It should be all really controlled.
Everyone's delirious. Including this guy. This curly whirly guy.
Delirious or ridiculous?
Redonkulous.
The squalls always brought the wind though, so beggars can't be choosers. Thanks to radar, we're able to carefully monitor approaching storms.
It's a momentous moment, our last night at sea, everyone's over it, and we're going to celebrate with our last Tim Tams. We've been saving these babies for 2 weeks, so we're pretty excited. Small things in life, huh? Captain can do the honours.
Num num.
Oh, Chevrolet. Mama duck.
Oh, Kathy gets an extra one.
Extra one, yeah.
Although it probably looks flat and calm out here, it's got this really weird motion happening. A few different swell lines, and they're really close together. It's been pretty uncomfortable for a few days now. Kids just failed the head sail in because it was doing nothing. The wind's dropped out again just for something different. It's been in and out the whole passage. Driving us crazy.
As darkness falls, we finally see the lights of civilization.
Let's go!
Are we there yet?
We bloody well are. Yeehaw. We made it. We've crossed the Atlantic. We're in Brazil. What a feeling, hey? What an achievement, though, as well. Like, that's just...
Pretty cool.
We've crossed two of the 3 major oceans in less than 12 months.
Yeah, that's true.
What, I mean, like...
This time last year we were crossing the Indian.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. Wow.
And now we've crossed the Atlantic as well. It's kind of emotional if you think about it. Like, that's a bloody big achievement. Not many families can say they've done that, eh? I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a
It's kind of a big deal. The house smells of rich mahogany. I have many leather bound books.
The sound of the anchor chain dropping was such sweet relief.
Cheers, love. Ew.
Congratulations, another ocean. 2 oceans in 12 months.
Congratulations,
We
darling.
bought this bottle of champagne before we left Walvis Bay, so it's time to crack it.
Oh yeah. I've actually been hanging for it. I've been hanging for this passage to finish, to be honest.
Sweet, sweet nectar. Cheers, biggies.
Cheers, love. Well done.
Congrats. The captain's passed out. And it's sunrise in a new continent in Brazil, in Salvador.
Join us next time when we explore Salvador. Thanks for watching. Please show us some love by liking and commenting on this episode. And thanks for joining us aboard all our Patreon crew.